Can Kerala model help Congress revive at the national stage? Kerala is one of the rare success stories for the Congress in the last two Lok Sabha elections. In 2014, Kerala was the only state in which the UPA could reach double figures. The Congress won 8 seats and its allies won 4. This time Kerala was the only state where the Congress's individual tally was in double figures. The party won 15 seats, including Congress President Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad, while its allies won 4. Reduced to just 52 seats in the Lok Sabha, the Congress is looking towards Kerala for possible ways in which it can revive at the national stage. Party insiders say that this is partly because both Congress President Rahul Gandhi and his predecessor Sonia Gandhi have a great deal of faith on leaders from Kerala on organizational matters. Here are some Kerala leaders occupying prominent positions in the party: A.K. Antony, K.C. Venugopal, Umman Chandi, P.C. Chako, Shashi Tharoor and T.N. Prathapan. These are of course in addition to party president Rahul Gandhi, who is an MP from Wayanad in the state. Given that it has sent the highest set of Congress MPs among all the states, it's likely that the party's leader in the Lok Sabha might also be from Kerala. Mavelikara MP Kodukkunil Suresh, who just won his 6th Lok Sabha election, is the senior most Congress MP after Sonia Gandhi. But can the Kerala model be implemented nationally? Let's look at some of its features that can be implemented, but also a few caveats on how the rest of the country is a different ball game from Kerala. Organizational strength. The Congress's cadre in Kerala may not be as strong as that of its rival, the Communist Party of India Marxist, but it is definitely better than any Congress unit in the country. The party has effective functioning offices at the district, taluka, municipality and panchayat level. In Kerala, the party has booth-level workers who have a list of voters they interact with and are responsible for. It's not very different from the Panna Pramukh system of the BJP. The Congress hasn't even come close to replicating this in most other states. A great deal of campaigning is door-to-door and greatly dependent on the personal connect of the party cadre or local leader. The Kerala touch was visible in the Congress campaign in the 2017 civic elections and 2019 Lok Sabha elections in Delhi, where P.C. Chako is the in charge. The Congress emphasized on door-to-door campaigning and ensured the presence of workers at every booth, which helped the party improve its vote share substantially compared to 2014. Ideally, the party would like to replicate this approach in other states as well. Be it the CPM, the Congress or even the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, the real hero is the party worker. Workers who are killed in political violence are hailed as martyrs by parties. Even if a party worker dies a natural death, it is expected that the local and state level leaders come for the funeral. Such funerals are significant political events at the local level. Pre-poll alliances. One of the main reasons for the Congress's success in Kerala is its stable pre-poll alliance in the state. The United Democratic Front, which was formed in the 1970s by Congress strongman K. Karunakaran. The alliance is important because it doesn't just bring together political parties but key social groups in the state. The IUML is a party dominated by Muslims of the Malabar region, while the Kerala Congress Mani is dominated by Travancore Christians. Both the IUML and KCM are unbeatable in their respective regions. For instance, the IUML has been undefeated in the Malappuram assembly seat since 1960 and Manjeri since 1967, while KCM leader KM Mani represented Pala for a record 52 years. Even though the Congress also gets substantial Muslim and Christian votes, there is no element of competition between the allies. Strong pre-poll alliances with seats decided well in advance is a key feature of the Kerala model that the Congress can replicate in rest of the country. It's no surprise that the one Congress committee on pre-poll alliances is headed by a Malayali, A.K. Antony, and that the leader who stuck his neck out in supporting a pre-poll alliance with AAP in Delhi is another Kerala leader, P.C. Chako. Centre versus state. The Kerala unit of the Congress has asserted its autonomy vis-à-vis the national leadership time and again, but unlike other such assertions, these are always based on policy and not personality. Therefore, they never lead to a full-fledged rebellion. For instance, when the UPA government opened up big retail to foreign direct investment in 2012, the then Kerala Chief Minister Umman Chandi opposed it. He said, and I quote, Lakhs of people are engaged in retail business in the state. The FDI will affect them. Second, even in the villages, we have a very good retail system. So at this stage, we don't think FDI and retail will be good step in Kerala. Quote close. The same thing happened in the Shabarimala issue. When the central leadership hailed the Supreme Court's judgment allowing the entry of women between 10 and 50 years of age, the state unit opposed it in the name of upholding tradition. The IUML and the KCM backed the state unit on this. However, unlike the BJP, the UDF did not support protests on the issue. The Congress's ability to behave like a regional party has helped maintain its hold in Kerala. Congress the preferred national option. In the Lok Sabha elections, the Congress suffered in many states due to people voting differently in state and central elections. Many people who had voted for the Congress in the assembly elections in MP, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka and Gujarat shifted to the BJP at the Lok Sabha level. In Kerala, however, the pattern has been reversed. In the last 3 Lok Sabha elections, the Congress has done much better at the national level than at the state level. Take a look at the vote share of the Congress and its main rival CPM in all Assembly and Lok Sabha elections since 2006. In the 2006 Assembly polls, the CPM had a healthy 6 percentage point lead over the Congress, but in 2009 Lok Sabha polls, the Congress got a 10 percentage point lead. In 2011 Assembly polls, even though the Congress came to power, the CPM polled more votes than it. But again in 2014 Lok Sabha elections, the Congress took a 10-point lead. In the 2016 Assembly election, the CPM got a 3 percentage more votes than the Congress, but it fell behind by almost 12 percentage points in the recent Lok Sabha elections. This clearly shows that many floating voters who might pick the CPM and its allies during state elections vote for the Congress during national elections. The Congress would ideally want to be the national choice of regional party voters in several states, especially Uttar Pradesh, but it hasn't been able to reach that stage so far. The Congress was able to achieve this to some extent in Delhi, Telangana and Tripura in the Lok Sabha elections, where it managed to win over a significant chunk of votes from AAP, TRS and Left Front respectively. Caveats. However, it won't be easy for the Congress to replicate the Kerala model at the national level due to certain unique factors that exist in Kerala but not in other states. First, Kerala has far fewer first-time voters than other states, making it much less susceptible to the BJP's campaigning techniques aimed at this demographic. The average voter in Kerala is older and has more established voting patterns and a longer history of interacting with parties at the local level. This is not the case in most other states. Second, the second demographic factor is of course religion. Muslims and Christians together account for over 40% of Kerala's voters, giving the Congress a natural advantage. In the Lok Sabha election, 70% Christians and 65% Muslims in Kerala are said to have voted for the Congress according to this Lokniti CSDS post-poll survey. On the other hand, BJP got over 35% of the upper caste Hindu vote. The Congress may not get this demographic advantage in other states. Third, Kerala is smaller and better connected compared to other states, and the role of money power is much lesser than many other states. Therefore, the Congress's relative paucity of funds compared to the BJP doesn't harm it as much in Kerala as it would in other states. Fourth, with the left front being its main opponent in Kerala, the Congress in the state gets a chance to occupy a broad political space from centre-left on the one hand to conservative right-wing on the other. It becomes a natural option for minorities as well as upper caste Hindus, both sections that have traditionally been wary of the left. In many other states, however, the Congress doesn't get this space, with upper caste Hindus firmly behind the BJP and minorities in many cases supporting regional parties. The only state where it has managed to do this to some extent is Punjab in the 2017 assembly polls. The Congress won over the support of both Sikhs who were angry with the Akali Dal as well as Hindus who were wary of the Aam Aadmi Party.